Hey everybody, welcome to Friday. Hey, you made it. It's the weekend. I don't know if that still means anything or not, but I hope it does. I hope you get a chance to unplug from some of work, some of stress, some of life, as well as worry, as well as being updated on what's going on in our world. There is a point where there can become just too much of that. So I hope you limit yourself tonight. I hope you start your weekend with some restfulness in your mindset. I hope you have some good time together with a family or with your spouse or with a friend maybe, or whoever you live with, or even if it's just peace and quiet by yourself. It's such a good thing, honestly. We need that. It's a great way to start. And so I hope you get a chance to do that. I hope you have a chance to have some fun in this as well. I was thinking today, there's a guy in the Bible that I really love reading about because his life is honestly all about enduring and working through fear and anxiety and incredibly challenging situations. And David, the guy who becomes King David, he was really got this incredible and remarkable life, but it's full of challenges, to put it lightly. And it starts so bright and great because he gets told by God he's going to be king, but that path does not prove to be like a super easy, straightforward one. He gets hunted down by armies and by the current king and all kinds of enemies, and people hate him, and he's got problems inside and outside in his family and his personal life, and I mean, you name it. But in all of that, he learns what it means to trust in God, maybe like few other people have, and he expresses that in these songs and these hymns that we read so much of in the book of Psalms. And there's one that jumped out to me today in Psalm 32, and I want to read just verse 70 to start this, where he says in verse 7, "You are my hiding place, you preserve me from trouble, you surround me with shouts of deliverance." I love that verse, that reminder that God, you are my hiding place. That when David, who was a guy on the run, sometimes sleeping in caves, out in the open, on the move, knows the value of a hiding place where you can just be insulated in some safety for a little while, that God wants to be that for us. He wants to be that for you. He wants to be your insulation and your safety, your hiding place. But I love also that he points out here in this verse that he surrounds him with songs of deliverance. And in fact, listen to the last verse of the Psalm 2. He says, "Be glad in the Lord and rejoice, O righteous, and shout for joy, all you upright in heart." I love the idea of shouting for joy. And it's almost like just telling or reminding God how good he is, the good things in your life. It's taking that reframe of our minds and saying, man, here's what God has done. Here's what God has given me. Here's what I have to be thankful for. Honestly, that's really great advice. In fact, if you read all of the Psalm 32, you realize David starts it with a confession of saying, man, I was weighed down with some burdens, with some sin, with some guilt. And I brought that all to God and I confess it to him, which just means I said, God, I agree with you. This was wrong. And I want to go forward following you. He says, from that comes this praise, comes this desire to sing, this freedom in God. And it might be a great place to start again a weekend for you. And so I hope you'll do that. I hope you'll experience what it means to have that insulation, that hiding place, that safety, and the worship that goes with it, that you take advantage of that. And I make one other suggestion too, since it's a Friday and we're going to sit and relax, we're going to watch something. If you haven't checked out that TV show, The Chosen, to do it. And to find it, it's easiest just to Google it, The Chosen Season 1. It'll come up. You can watch it on your computer, on any web browser. You can also download the app, The Chosen, and project on your TV or watch it right on your phone. I highly recommend doing that. Honestly, you can get through the first episode and you're going to understand why you want to praise and you want to worship God a little bit more. It's a great heart, mind focuser and changer. So I'd say take advantage of that. I highly, highly recommend doing that. It's a great way to have your focus put on him. So guys, I hope you take that option up, and I hope you guys have a great Friday evening, and looking forward to seeing everybody Sunday and worshiping together. Take care. See you then.